Let's fucking listen to this. Um, it's time. Bro, why did they start the camera this early, bro? When does this old ass hobble in? And you are about to see one of the biggest blunders of a president ever. This is like tragic how fucking crazy he fumbles this. If dude, I'm telling you, elect me as president. I'll show up. You know what, Jack? I'm killing them. I'm killing them. Ooh, kill them. I'm killing them.
Good evening. The presidency is the most powerful office in the world. It's an office that not only tests your judgment, perhaps even more importantly, it's an office that tests your character. Because you're not
What character, Joe? Jim Crow Joe? Genocide Joe? Joe whose like family just keeps dying mysteriously? What character do you have left? What character do you have left?
only face moments when you need the courage to exercise the full power of the presidency. You also face moments where you need the wisdom to respect the limits of the power of the office of the presidency.
That's insane. That's insane. It's insane. It's literally insane because Donald Trump, it will be literally executing minors and like executing minorities and executing the LGBT. And you know what Joe Biden's gonna do? He's gonna fucking be gone. He's gonna be dead. He's gonna be like, he's not even gonna know what happens. He literally won't see the Trump presidency. He literally has, he won't deal with the consequences of any of these actions because he'll be fucking dead. Like he just won't live long enough. He's about to die. He's about to croak right now.
This nation was founded on the principle that there are no kings in America. Each of us is equal before the law. No one is above the law. Not even the President of the United States.
That's literally not true. You're misquoting the thing now. That you are above the law now. You are literally above the law. You are quite literally above the law. Whether you say it, whether you know, tell it to however many people, you are above the law. You have that right now. But he was humble and didn't use power. What courage? No. And I'm gonna see a fan edit of fucking young Biden by every fucking liberal saying like, wow, he's so much better than Bernie. Because they never shit on the fucking right. They only shit on the left.
With today's Supreme Court decision on presidential immunity, that fundamentally changed. For all practical purposes, today's decision almost certainly means that there are virtually no limits on what a president can do. This is a fundamentally new principle, and it's a dangerous precedent, because the power of the office will no longer be constrained by the law, even including the Supreme Court of the United States.
Okay, Joe. Kill them. Officially. With SEAL Team 6. Kill them. Kill them. Like, just kill them. Like, that's all you have to do, is kill them.
Only limits will be self-imposed by the president alone. This decision today has continued the court's attack in recent years on a wide range of long-established legal principles in our nation. From gutting voting rights and civil rights, to taking away a woman's right to choose, to today's...
Then just reinstate it. Rewrite the Constitution. Just write that shit in pen on the old fucking Constitution. Just do it. You know what? It's illegal. Who cares? Who cares? They can't charge you. Take a pen to that fucking Constitution and just write that shit in. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. It's illegal. Who cares? Isn't it treason? What, is treason illegal? That's what you're telling me? That's treason to fucking like just write down a new like fucking constitutional law? What are they gonna do?
Decision that undermines the rule of law of this nation. Nearly 4 years ago, my predecessor sent a violent mob to the U.S. Capitol.
No, I mean to make Trump immune? No, it's not illegal. Why would that be illegal? Like he committed treason or sedition or whatever. The wording of the bill is that it doesn't matter if the act was illegal. If it was official business, they cannot be prosecuted for that. The Supreme Court said that prosecution cannot be levied against the president. It being illegal or not illegal literally doesn't matter because they can't be prosecuted.
To stop the peaceful transfer of power. We all saw it with our own eyes. We sat there and watched it happen that day. Attack on the police, the ransacking of the Capitol, a mob literally hunting down the House Speaker, Nancy Pelosi, gallows erected to hang the Vice President, Mike Pence. I think it's fair to say it's one of the darkest days in the history of America. Now the man who sent that mob to the U.S. Capitol is facing potential criminal conviction for what happened that day.
What? Don't tell me how fucking bad he is. Send SEAL Team 6 to Mar-a-Lago and kill him. You have that right now as president. It is literally not prosecutable. Like, just kill him. Then you want to fucking fix the situation? Just kill him. You know what? You do it, I'll vote for you. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll vote for you. I'll vote for you. You got my vote. You can just kill him.
That day. And the American people deserve to have an answer in the courts before the upcoming election. The public has a right to know.
Have you thought about how that would look optics-wise? Kill CNN too, officially, with SEAL Team 6. Kill Jake Tapper. Like, you could just do that now. What do you mean the optics? There will be no optics because you could kill whoever tries to fucking optic.
The answer about what happened on January 6th.
The only optic is optic gaming. Is me fucking taking sniper shots off the fucking roof officially as president when y'all elect me. Fucking elect me right now, bro. I will do what you need me to do. Dr. Disrespect, dead. Nick Merckx, locked up. Guantanamo. Who else? Donald Trump, dead. The Supreme Court justices, dead. Like, officially, with SEAL Team 6. I will do it. Vote for me for president. It's time. It's time. Your parents being transphobic, dead. Your doctor that doesn't give you enough estrogen, dead. The guy who keeps raising the price of the McDonald's McDouble, the McChicken, it used to be $1, it's $2.17 now. Dead, officially, as president. You motherfucking raise that price, the fucking McDouble again, you're dead. They try to take away the snack wrap once again, dead. They're cooked. Popeyes will serve KFC buckets. Fuck it. Popeyes will serve KFC buckets. Fuck. Why is that word hurting me? Popeyes will serve KFC buckets. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Jalapeno poppers, free. I'll make sure that Applebee's never shuts down and their drinks stay at $2. It's illegal? Guess what? No, it's not. They're not gonna prosecute me. I'm pulling out that old fucking Constitution and I'm writing in shit. I'm writing in shit. I am writing that shit in. I will codify Roe v. Wade with my own goddamn pen and pencil. No student loan debt. Nothing. No medical debt. Nothing. If you took PPP loans, I'd revoke your access to Twitter. Oh, it's illegal? Prosecute me. You can't. I'm not packing the court. I'm reducing the court. They don't fucking vote my way. Guess what? Cooked. They will have to work so quickly to draft a new bill to revoke that fucking access that they gave me as president. Like, to the point where it'll be one justice left. Make everyone a Supreme Court justice? I'm not packing the court. I'm reducing the court. There will be no court. There will be no court. It will get down to the last fucking court member being like, we gotta fucking take this access away from the president. Guess what? Guess what happened to him? SEAL Team 6, where you at? I'm calling them up. I'm hitting the big red button. I'm sending their shits to the Supreme Court. Can you jail Marjorie Taylor Greene? I'm locking her up in Arizona in a fucking CrossFit gym with a bunch of fucking steroids or whatever she does. Talk about the Senate. Joe Manchin. Guess what happens to Joe Manchin and his family? You elect me president under these new presidential laws. Joe Manchin and his family, they're cooked. They're cooked. I'm cooking them on the same fucking cold business that they've been fucking ruining the fucking West Virginians with. They've been taking money and fucking goods from the West Virginians for so long. I'm putting them on top of those coal mines and lighting it on fire. Officially, as the president. I'm deporting Ted Cruz to Canada. You're absolutely right. I'm sending his ass back to Canada. Let's storm Capitol Hill? No, you can't storm Capitol Hill. I'm making that illegal as president. As president, I'm making storming Capitol Hill that illegal. Deathmatch for all the justice, whoever survives become the justice. No, I'm literally hitting that one scene from like Batman 2 with the Christopher Nolan movies where I'm like the Joker pulling up. I'm snapping a pull cue in half and I'm throwing it in the middle. I'm like, okay, whoever lives gets to get the final vote. I'm sending Jordan Peterson to the Chinese milking factories. I'm doing it. I'm declaring that Steven Crowder has to embrace his bisexuality.
6th, before they asked to vote again this year. Now, because of today's decision, that is highly, highly unlikely. It's a terrible disservice to the people of this nation. So now the American people will have to do what the courts should
Twitch Primes will be free for everyone.
Have been willing to do, but will not. The American people have to render a judgment about Donald Trump's behavior. The American people must decide.
I will nationalize Amazon. I will nationalize Amazon. We get 1-day shipping for everyone. You live in Pakistan and you want 1-day shipping from DC? We're flying that shit out immediately. We will nationalize Amazon. You elect me president in this next fucking election, and I will do what needs to be done. Jason will break up the big banks? What banks? It is illegal to ask for a credit score. You want to rent a home and somebody's like, we need to see your credit score? I am killing the landlord officially with SEAL Team 6. The banks are gone. Everything is free.
Whether Donald Trump's assault on our democracy on January 6th makes him unfit for public office.
Credit scores, I'm telling you, you own more than 3 houses? You ever made an Airbnb business account? You're jailed. Immediately sent to jail. Can you make Indian voters' IDs valid in the U.S. election so we can vote? Of course. Free McDonald's? Of course. Don't forget air-conditioned delivery trucks with $50 to 100 hours for delivery staff. What are you talking about? I'm making the UPS drivers the Supreme Court. Guess what? You're a Teamsters member? You are now the Supreme Court. The Teamsters will be the Supreme Court. You think I'm stopping at $50 to $100 an hour? You're out of your fucking mind. The new Supreme Court is union workers. You're in a union Supreme Court. I'm appointing you. I am not playing around with these new fucking presidential decrees. I'm not like Joe Biden and saying that we can't abuse the powers that be, Jack. What powers? What powers that? And what abuse? They gave it to me.
In the highest office in the land. The American people must decide if Trump's embrace of violence to preserve his power is acceptable. Perhaps most importantly, the American people must decide if they want to entrust the president once again, the presidency, to Donald Trump, now knowing he'll be even more emboldened.
Get the fuck out of here. This is what I fucking hate.
To do whatever he pleases whenever he wants to do it.
What's so annoying about this is, okay, let's pretend in a kooky world that Joe Biden is elected. They're just going to make the same argument next time. You have to have a game plan. You have to have something to change. What changes? What changes if you get another term? Then what, the Supreme Court justices add a new thing saying that oh, even past presidents get impartial immunity? And then what? And then what, Joe Biden? And then you're like, no, you have to vote for the Democrats again, Jack, because they'll be worse under a Republican president. What then?
You know, at the outset of our nation, it was the character of George Washington, our first president, to find the...
Oh my God, thank you so much for the raid, Tofu, I'm sorry. I'm over here rambling. Thanks so much for the raid, Tofu. I hope you had a good stream. Let me send the shout out for Tofu. Let's see. Shout out Tofu Ghost. Do I have to have the ghost be capitalized? Let's see. Thank you so much. I'm over here ranting about what I will do. I am making my official bid for the presidential nomination. My official bid for the presidential nomination. No credit scores. You can't own more than 3 houses. UPS drivers, union workers, new Supreme Court. Did I send the wrong Supreme Court? No way, right? Fuck! It's the wrong one. You got a Twitter handle that you really want? You got a Twitter. I've seen a lot of people with Twitter handles and Twitter names that they don't want. Joan Adams. Joan Adams can't get Joan Adams on the platform because somebody else, an account that's been dead for the past 4 years, has the handle. As the president, I will kill them. It's a 0. That's right. I'm getting her the fucking handle. Little Bear 36. I'm getting her Little Bear default. No 36. I don't think Tofu. Maybe you want the O instead of the 0. Is an easy solution. Just execute the owner of Twitter. No, I already said that. You make more than $1 billion. Elon Musk got a stock package like this past year for like what, $24 billion. Thinking that gets you killed under my president. Saying that out loud, it's over. It's over for you. It's over for you. Officially, as the president of the United States, I will do that for you. Yeah, you can pull some string for me, Mr. President. I will get you that handle, Tofu Ghost. I will. I will. I'm forcing every conservative to open an OnlyFans. I'm doing what needs to be done. I'm doing what needs to be done. Your landlord has raised rent more than once over the past year. Guess what? He's cooked. You know what? Fuck it. Over the past decade, he's cooked. It's over for him. It's over for him. Your dishwasher stopped working, and your landlord took more than a week to fucking replace it. Guess what's going on? Guantanamo for that motherfucker. Jason, can you give me VIP tickets to Laufey as my official act? I am killing concert scalpers. Officially, as the president. You're a motherfucker that buys 10 tickets and resells them on fucking StubHub? It's over for you. It's over for you. I'm putting the teeth back in the fucking Ticketmaster bill. You know what? You live in a rural place. You live in a rural town. And you fucking been calling your ISP every fucking day because your internet drops out between the hours of 7 and 9. And you can't do anything about it because it's too much money to actually replace the internet and to bring fiber to your small ass town. I'm killing the ISP runner. I'm coming for Comcast. We're getting fiber in LA. Every streamer will have fiber. Legally mandated fiber. Officially, as the president. And guess what? Guess what? You don't want to do it? That's cool. That's chill. I'm killing you officially as the president with SEAL Team 6. I am limiting the cost of coffee to be maximum $2. I gotta get the white woman vote. I gotta get the white woman vote. I'm putting grapes in the coleslaw. And it's all legal, and I can just do that. I'm telling you, I'm pulling out the Constitution immediately after declaring this, immediately after I say student debt is not a thing anymore. I'm pulling out the Constitution, and I'm writing it in Sharpie myself at the bottom of that motherfucking paper. Immediately. What? It's illegal? Prosecute me. I'm white and I don't want any raisins in my coleslaw? Okay, it's illegal to serve Textilian Overlord raisins in their coleslaw. If you do it, Guantanamo. I am sending every Atlantan. If you live in the city of Atlanta, we are invading Toronto. We are taking Canada It's over for them. It's over for them. I've had too much. I've had too much from fucking Toronto. There's too much been coming from Toronto. I'm tired of Canada sending these goddamn shitty ass fucking artists and immigrants over here that come here and just talk about right-wing nonsense, and then they go back to Canada where they have free healthcare. I'm cooking them. What happens to North Carolina? I'm putting a fence around North Carolina and forcing them to listen to Grippy on repeat until they condemn J. Cole. The Property Brothers? The Property Brothers? Don't get me started on the motherfucking Property Brothers. The Property Brothers and their entire lineage will be thrown into volcanoes for the harm that they've done to the fucking American economy. Officially, as the president. They're cooked.
The presidency. He believed power was limited, not absolute. And that power always...
I would follow you to the depths of hell, Mr. President. All you have to do is elect me. I will do what needs to be done. I won't run this shit like a Democrat. I won't run this shit like a Democrat. I will do what you need me to do. Season 4 of The Bear, they better turn that shit out in the next 4 months. I'm caught up.
Resides with the people, always. Now, over 200 years later, with today's Supreme Court decision, once again, it'll...
You know those really good animes that only have 1 season? I'm invading Japan and forcing them to make a season 2. I'm tired of good animes that only have 1 season. I'm tired of it. They need to release a 2nd season. Stop them from releasing 1 season in 2 parts. First of all, Spotify, when I got Spotify, that shit was $5 a month. Do you know how much it is now? $12 a month. The Spotify executives, watch your fucking back. Let me become president. Let me become president. I'm coming after the Spotify motherfucker that keeps fucking expanding how much you have to pay. That shit is coming back to $5. It is coming back to $5. Whoever keeps making the Discord UI changes, the Reddit UI changes, you're cooked. The designer that keeps changing Discord, you're cooked. You're cooked. Guantanamo, it's over for you officially as the president. I'm taking you out. Spotify has an AI music problem too. What will you do about that? What will I do about AI? You use AI? AI? Again, I'm sending you to Phoenix, Arizona to live in the sun. It's over. I am laying your body on the Louisiana border to rebuild the coast. Let you use some fucking AI to steal some art from an artist. I am laying your body down at the Louisiana coast and at the Florida coast. You know what? Florida, you get your coast back. It will be built on the bodies of these fucking AI evangelicals. I'm done with them. I'm done with them.
Depend on the character.
Maybe we should focus on the homeless people. Every homeless person gets a house, of course. That's not even a fucking like saying right there. Every homeless person gets a house. If you were a CEO of a big business, you are the new homeless people. In my utopia, ex-CEOs, homeless. It's over for you. It's never been more over for you. Into the data center mines.
Character of the men and women who hold that presidency that are going to...
The Supreme Court really is just setting up for President Jason D. 100. That's what I'm saying. I'll vote for you if you throw people who harass service dogs in The Hague. I like to exist in public for once. You know what? You got it. Fuck it. You got it. Motherfuckers who harass service dogs. You know those random people that get parrots and then they before they can know how hard it is to take care of them, and then the parrot ends up becoming suicidal and shit 2 years later and plucking out all its feathers? Re-education camp. I am sending those motherfuckers to a re-education camp. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing a hairless fucking parrot on my timeline.
Define the limits of the power of the presidency, because the law will no longer do it.
I guess you missed SCOTUS criminalized homelessness. Guess what? I'm making it illegal to be a Supreme Court member and own a house. They gotta fucking deal with the consequences of their shit. You're a Supreme Court member, guess what? No home. No home for you. Oh, homelessness was illegal? That's so interesting. It can happen to anyone, Jack. What about baldness? Okay, listen. You asked me a year ago, and I'm saying that finasteride free, and I'm mandating that every bald man gets on finasteride. Unfortunately, Northern Line is too funny. Unfortunately, I think being bald kind of makes you funny. So Northern Line paid the price for that one. You know what? Bald people, you can exist.
I know I will respect the limits of the presidential powers I have.
Well, you're on thin ice.
For 3.5 years. But any president, including Donald Trump, will now be free to ignore the law. I concur with Justice Sotomayor's dissent today. Here's what she said.
I say we arrest everyone above 55? Fuck no, I'm doing the exact opposite of that. You turn 45, forced retirement. You get to retire at 45, go live your life. Go to the Bahamas, go to Cuba, go to the beach, go live your life. Nobody is working above the age of 45. I'm tired. We are doing forced retirement. You will have all of your needs met. When you are 45, guess what? You get a government credit card that lets you pay for anything you want. Free vacations, free drinks. I'm tired of people working till they're 70. You know how fucking fucked up that is? That there are 70-year-olds working at McDonald's to fucking pay the bills? That shit should be illegal. I'm fucking over it. I'm over it. 45 is still young. You can have another job. You can have another job. But I'm forcing you to retire from, I'm creating a system where you don't have to work. You don't have to work. At 45, you get Social Security. And Social Security pays for everything. Government credit card. Yeah, I met a senior the other day, was at 16, and he told me he put 20 years at McDonald's in. My McDonald's in my hometown, the people that ran that shit were literally 40-year-olds to 70-year-olds. It was all old people with, like, you know, obviously, like, their lives didn't work out the way that they wanted them to, and they had to work at McDonald's. That shit was fucked up. You're telling me those motherfuckers putting in 12-hour shifts, overtime at McDonald's, aren't hard workers? They deserve their time off. Go fucking chill at the beach. Why does every American think that, you know, prosperity is something that just happens to somebody else? It's fucked up. I'll still be working at 67. It's fucked up. I'm lowering the retirement age and giving you a government credit card, stimulate the economy. Ronald Reagan talked about trickle down economics. We're doing trickle up. If you make less than $20,000, vacations are free. You want vacations to be free? Make less than $20,000 a year. There you go. We used to only live till about 40. Makes sense. People aren't really designed to live that long. We only live that long because of modern medicine. You make above $100,000, you got to pay for your vacations. Sorry, bucko. Fuck you.
He said, in every use of official power, the president is now a king above the law. With fear for our democracy, I dissent. End of quote. So should the American people dissent.
Long life and quality of life are not always correlated. I mean, sure, for sure. I agree, but guess what? Living a long life and not having a quality life is fucking bullshit. There are 90-year-olds that have to fucking go to work, bro. And the only reason why they go to work is because the US of A has convinced them that if they kill themselves that they'll go to hell. Do you think that's a life? Do you think that's a life? Wouldn't that just make poor people, more people raise taxes for the rich? Fuck the rich.
I dissent. May God bless you all, and may God help preserve our democracy. Thank you.
Fuck. May God bless us all, and may God help us preserve our democracy. Fuck God, me. Vote me. I'll fucking preserve democracy. I'm a lifelong activist over 50. I'm sorry you don't know about people like me and disabled. And you can go to work. Everybody should have the right to work. But not everybody should have to work to live. That's the difference. I've been disabled for the past month, right? So, like, some of y'all don't know. So, like, just me, I'm a Tamil, South African, Louisianian streamer. I recently was in an accident and I broke my skull. Literally broke my skull. I fell and broke my skull. And they gave me 2 months off of work to heal my skull, right? That's what's going on, right? This month has been hell for me. Genuinely. Like, I don't mean that like whatever. I want to go to work. I am one of those people that likes to go to work. And like not being away from work has genuinely like ruined like a lot of like my vibes. If you give people money and you give people the system and the situation where they can go to work, they'll go to work. Not everybody just wants to sit around and rot all day. People don't want to do that. There are people that want to work. There are people that just like academia. There are people that just like robotics. There are people that just like art. There are people that just like putting numbers into a computer. And guess what? If the day ever comes where there's people that that nobody likes putting numbers into a computer, we have technology. I don't understand. Joe Biden could just, dude, I'm telling you, if I was Joe Biden, if I was elected, I would just take so much fucking Adderall, so much fucking adrenochrome, and I would stay awake for the next 100 days completely. I wouldn't sleep for 100 days. And every single thing that you asked for, you would get. Genuinely. And I know what you're all thinking. What happens to Israel? Israel? What's that? I don't even know what you're talking about anymore. Guess what I did on day -1? Who? I'm making Zins free. The Zindemic is hitting America. Zins will be free and stocked in every shelf. I'm fucking tired of this shit. Israel sounds fake to me. I don't know what Israel is. I don't know what you're talking about. Americans want to put Americans first? No, wait, no, literally. You get your job replaced by some motherfucker that like is hiring like some person that like is just willing to work for cheaper. Guess what happens to you? Jack? You're cooked. Officially. By Supreme Court decree. If I was Joe Biden, I'd pick up skateboarding, tackle, football, and motorcycle racing. I'm telling you, I might die after those 100 days. When I've been fucking overdosing the Adderall and fucking meth and, you know, adrenochrome to keep me alive. But guess what happens after that 100 days? We got socialism. We got communism. We got it. Dude, what's crazy to me is Americans need to dictate other countries. I mean, no, it's insane. It's like literally insane. But guess what? Those people don't even exist in my country because I've nipped it in the bud. I'm dissolving the border between Mexico and the US of A. You can come in. I'm building a second taller border between Canada and the USA. That's the one we need to fucking protect ourselves from. I'm bringing all the Latinas in. What you thought this was? We're making legally mandated Latinas. The Latinas are coming across the border by Jason's decree. It's time. I'm fucking tired of this bullshit.
May God protect our troops.
Why are you the best Democrat to beat Trump?
I will create a Latino in a lab that is taller than 6 foot. I'll do it for you, chat.
What makes you so confident you should be the president?
What advice did your family give you as president?
Please don't dissolve NATO. What's NATO? Do you think he fell to the ground after the doors closed? No, literally, Joe Biden is hiding in the back of his suit, bro. You know what's crazy is that, like, Joe Biden, like I said it, like, the other day, but, like, I think she might actually be fucking pulling the strings behind the fucking, like, thing. Like, it's crazy. Joe Biden 2028? Who's Joe Biden? Joe Biden's back there saying that, like, no, Donald Trump's gonna run again? Who's Joe Biden? Who at Megalo? I'm tired of this. I'm giving Japan the ability to rewrite their constitution for them. We got a possible NATO Andy. What will this guy say? Russia ain't playing? Guess who ain't playing? Jason D100. Yeah, no, what she does all the day, like, dude, Michelle wasn't doing anything. Dude, I'm telling you, like, all you gotta do is elect me president. You write my name on that ballot. I will fucking fix things. I will fucking fix things. If you've ever said that Ronald Reagan was a good president, we're checking your fucking phone logs. You're cooked. Michelle was out here fucking up school lunches. Okay, can I say something? I'm gonna say something controversial about the Michelle Obama like school lunch thing. She was kind of based. She was kind of like, we were eating like trash. Like, if you like, I know you want chocolate. The pizza was better. I'll be honest, the pizza was better. We used to get stuffed crust pizza. The bread used to have butter in it. It used to have butter in it. But there is something to be said about like how unhealthy that food was. It was so bad for us. It was so bad for us. It was actually like tragically bad. Ban anyone who has a Reagan Bush 84 shirt. You're cooked. You're cooked. And also, what you call it? Didn't they like also like overturn that bill that, or no, they had a new decree that like lets you basically like question like old court cases from any time? Guess what? George Bush, never president. I'm taking that old case. Al Gore was the real president. I'm overturning that shit. I am retroactively taking the presidency away from George Bush. We are putting Al Gore's picture in the textbook. I'm tired of this. We want to talk about CRT? I'm doing revisionism. Isn't it strange that the majority of concept is Trump inserts? No, it's not strange. It's by design. I'm making the shoe hit. I'm putting George Bush back in a room and we're throwing shoes at him until one of them hits. I'm tired of this, genuinely. I am banning Duke Dennis from saying type shit. I'm tired of it. He keeps saying it. It's like every other word. He can't keep saying type shit. You gotta vote for me for president. It's the only way. It's the only way. Elder abuse will actually be fucking indictable. Whatever they're doing to Joe Biden, like, honestly, as much as I hate him, there is a little piece of me that feels really bad for him. Because this is like just a clear sign of elder abuse. It's his team, it's his wife, everybody is forcing him to run for president again. I don't think that he wants to run. I genuinely don't think that he wants to be president again. I think genuinely it is just the people around him that are just like telling him things that just aren't true. I am making Kevin Durant put on lotion. You're right. Here, let me give a shout out to Iacha. Thank you so much for the raid, Iacha. Oh my god, 2 raids today. Let's go. I'm right for Camp Jason. I'm telling you, I'll fucking do it. I'll do what people want from me. The Louisiana Gingers will support Jason D. Why just the Louisiana Gingers? I'm from Louisiana. I grew up in Louisiana. Y'all should have supported me before this. Just like Feinstein said, as if the libs who say they did love these people actually love them. They just want to be retired and not working to die in peace. They just want to retire. Nail polish for men should be mandatory. Guess what? If you make a video saying that the Zoomers and Gen Alpha are destroying the Ultas, I'm jailing you. Re-education camp. You make a video saying that Gen Z is trying to cancel Eminem, re-education camp. You're cooked. I'm tired.
What makes you so confident you should be the president?
Damn, she low-key cooked him on that one. Like, he's walking out and she's like, why do you, like, think you should be the president? If you make a video about Gen Alpha trashing Sephora, I'm sending you to the goddamn... I'm sending you to fight for the Gazans. I'm deploying you to Gaza, and you have to fucking eradicate Israel. That's what's going on. I'm doing legal conscriptions for cringe videos. Legal conscription for cringe videos. I'm tired of this. No, you have to go stand outside the Sephora and beat back the fucking Karens. Pulling out a phone. If you're the one recording people at the Chipotles, y'all saw that shit? Motherfuckers are pulling out cameras to film the Chipotle workers. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. It's over for you. Did I F? No! Refresh! They got him. They got him. Under Jason's raid, no streamers should have. If Hezbollah can have fiber, there is no fucking reason Americans across the fucking whole U.S. ISPs are going to jail. I'm telling you. Whoever fucking did, what is it called? ERB in Chattanooga? Whoever did that shit, EBR, what is it called? I forget what it's called. We're nationalizing the internet. We're nationalizing Amazon. We're nationalizing McDonald's. Free food, Wi-Fi, healthcare, and bitches for all.
What advice did your family give you, Mr. President?
If you are a member of a polycule and you don't do the dishes, it's not looking good for you. It's not looking good for you. Polycule members that are not doing the dishes will be dealt with by the full extent of the law. Yeah, the trans women vote. What if they vacuum? Then okay, then it's a reporting basis. Then don't report them. Don't report them as long as they're doing their part. As long as they're doing their part. As long as they're doing their part. I do the as long as you're doing your part. Okay, you know what? It's about, it's about doing your part. It's about doing your part. It's about doing your part. That's what it's about.
I went from.
But no, I'm tired of this shit. I'm literally so. You make me president and I'll do it for you. Brother's gonna get impeached in a week? For what? Me? No, wait, for what? How do you get impeached? By getting prosecuted? Don't they have to prosecute you to impeach you? That's illegal. That's illegal. That's illegal, Jack. They can't fucking prosecute me. It's illegal. They ruled against it. I did it as an official act. It's all legal. Is there like a person that did like the analysis of this? I mean, like Hassan did good coverage. But yeah, is there just some random person that explains it?
The Supreme Court delivered a heavy blow to special counsel Jack Smith's election interference case.
The Wall Street Journal? Don't get me started on what I'm doing to the fucking Wall Street Journal for the reporting that they've done in Palestine. I am ripping them out of the fucking gutters and fucking executing every single person who was allowed to do a puff piece for Israel.
Case against former President Donald Trump, ruling along partisan lines that Trump has broad immunity for acts taken while.
I don't think it's Bezos, like Doom Nukem. Like as much as I love to shit on Jeff Bezos, basically like real-time Lex Luthor. As much as I would love to do that, I don't think he's the issue. I do think that it is like, I think that it's oh wait, no, isn't he the Washington Post? Who is it that does Wall Street Journal? It's not what's his name? It's not it's an M word. It's an M word. I think he owns the other one, right?
While he was in office.
This
Murdoch. Yeah.
will be referred to from now on as a landmark opinion of the Supreme Court. It's not only important for President Trump's criminal case, they really have set a framework for all future.
Sorry. So what's going on in Palestine right now? Guy who doesn't know anything about Palestine, right? Right now, because there's a lot of like clickbait shit is really accurate news that's unbiased. Can I be honest right now, Cole Papiga? If you made it this far, then you don't care. Straight up. You just don't care. Like on either side. You're not a Zionist and you're not, pro-Palestinian. You just don't care. Because it doesn't affect you. And I don't know if explaining what's going on in Palestine will help you. Every chatter here knows what's going on, and I don't feel the need to like rehash it. But basically, what I'll give you one thing, because before we head off this topic, is that Israel is an apartheid state, and they've been killing Gazans, you know, basically like without fucking any restrictions. Not that there should even be a restriction on like what's legally okay to kill, like, you know, what the legal like license to kill a Gazan is. But yeah, they are an apartheid structure, an apartheid regime. They've been basically treating, you know, Palestinians like animals. Like, there's no better way to say it. And yeah, they have to be dismantled. Have to be dismantled. It's a genocide.
In August 2023, a federal grand jury indicted Trump in an unprecedented criminal case, charging the former president with 4 crimes related to his alleged attempts to overturn the 2020 election.
Donald Trump's defense team puts forward this argument that a former president should be held completely immune from prosecution for any of the acts that they...
The genocide in Palestine technically doesn't affect most people. Would you tell that to the Jewish people during the Holocaust? You fucking psychopath? It does affect most people. I think about it every single day. I wake up and I think about it. I go to sleep and I'm thinking about it. It has ruined my mental health.
Performed while in office.
I am a South African. My family is South African. I am a South African citizen. You don't think a genocide and apartheid affects me every fucking day? It is so horrible that something like that could happen again.
I feel that as a president, you have to have immunity. Very simple.
After a lower court rejected Trump's immunity claims, the former president appealed.
Yeah, even ignoring the moral aspect, our entire fucking economy runs on it. Boeing, Raytheon, like our economy relies on those motherfuckers, like, to be bombed. It's a part of the system.
And on July 1st, the Supreme Court gave him a sweeping...
No, I know you're pro-Palestine, Swords Coffee, but when you say something like it doesn't really affect Americans, you're wrong, because it does. It does. It erodes our moral like structure, our moral fabric. The same country that can allow a genocide to happen is the same country that can allow a president to become king above the law. They are the same country. Why do you think nobody was surprised when the Supreme Court did it? We live in a country that is facilitating a genocide. Of course they could do something so crazy. What if they overturn the 2-term limit? They can, if Donald Trump decides that he just doesn't want to leave, they can't prosecute him for that.
Amount of protection against criminal prosecution.
The court's very explicit about this. It lays out its framework by saying, quote, the nature of presidential power entitles a former president to absolute immunity from criminal prosecution for action.
No, if I'm president, bro, we're doing a Twitter poll. We're doing a Twitter poll. A Twitter poll that comes out every single year. And if you don't get more than 50% on that Twitter poll, you're immediately evicted from office. You get 1 4-year term and yearly Twitter polls. I'm evicting you from office if you don't get 50% of the Twitter poll.
Within his conclusive and preclusive constitutional authority. What the court is saying in this part is quite surprising. They're basically saying that nothing he does in terms of pressuring the justice...
From what I understood, it was basically a manhunt from one guy in Gaza. Who are you talking to? I don't even think Israelis think that. What talking point is that? No, it's not a manhunt. It's a genocide. You mean a genocide? Just say it. It's a genocide. That means genocide.
Department to...
If we're doing a Twitter poll for elections, you might be beat out by Northern Line. I'm okay with that. If Northern Line takes the fucking presidential seat, cool.
Investigate whoever he wants to investigate as president can ever be subject to criminal liability.
The High Court's opinion...
Yeah, look at that.
Nothing he... What the court is saying in this part is quite surprising. They're basically saying that nothing he does in terms of pressuring the Justice Department to investigate whoever he wants to investigate as president can ever be subject to criminal liability.
The High Court's opinion also says...
You'd let a Canadian win? You know what's crazy? Is that, like, Northern Lion is the only thing that's keeping me from being, like, completely fucking, like, anti-immigration from Canada. It's because there's the rare chance that a Northern Lion could, like, break through the cracks. And, like, I can't... You know what? His content's too good. His bitch is too bad. His jokes are too funny. They'll kill him.
That Trump is entitled at a minimum to presumptive immunity from prosecution for all his official acts. However, a court could determine that some conduct, such as a campaign speech or fundraising, constitutes an unofficial act.
The Supreme Court says, quote, the president enjoys no immunity for his unofficial acts and not everything the president does is official, end quote. So a big question here is...
Yeah, exactly. We don't even need to force him to join Canada because we're invading. We're invading. We're taking it back.
When was President Trump acting in his official capacity as President of the United States versus when was he acting as candidate for re-election?
We will never concede. It doesn't happen. You don't concede when there's theft.
Was January 6th an official act? Yes, Sunflower Snoopy. Because he collaborated with other people in the White House to do it, they're calling it an official act. That's the wording of the phrase. Basically, the only thing that's not an official act is if I silently go, like, kill somebody in the streets. That's not an official act. But because he collaborated with the Secret Service and other members of Congress, it was considered an official act. Yeah, he called the governor to find votes officially. The governor of Georgia, was it?
When President Trump gives his speech at the Ellipse on January 6th and suggests to his supporters to go to the Capitol, is he speaking as political candidate or is he speaking as president? The majority opinion doesn't tell us.
This is the most brain-dead fucking bonehead argument that you can make. This shit pisses me off. When they're like, was he acting as a political candidate or as president? Do you think the Supreme Court cares? Do you think they care? Why do you think that the Supreme Court gives a fuck? Have they done anything legally to date? Why are you making this argument? Why are you making this argument? Do you think they give a fuck? They clearly do not care about the legalese of the situation. They have given Donald Trump undoctored immunity.
Which they give the lower courts some quote-unquote guidance, but that will be a key determination as to whether that can even be part.
Can we deport the Supreme Court justices? Sunflower Snoopy, you're not thinking big enough. They will be executed by SEAL Team 6 the second I fucking swear my hand on that Bible. They're cooked. You think they get to walk around? You think they get to just get exiled?
Part of the allegations, even part of the evidence that could be used at trial.
The court's 3 liberal justices could barely contain their outrage. The dissenters said the majority opinion makes a mockery of the principle foundational to our Constitution and system of government, that no man is above the law. Having won from the court nearly everything he could have hoped for, Trump celebrated.
Yeah, fire them? Yeah, in the pits of hell, because they're dead.
In a Truth Social post, writing, "Big win for our Constitution and democracy." President Biden called the court's decision a terrible disservice to the people of this nation.
My final act as president will be to redact that law. That'll be the last thing I do. On my last day, at the end of the 4 years, I pull out that fucking Supreme Court thing, I get out the whiteout, and I white it out, and it's done. We've enacted communism, and nobody is above the law.
This decision almost certainly means that there are virtually no limits on what a president can do. This is a fundamentally new principle, and it's a dangerous precedent.
The ruling sends the case back to federal district judge Tanya Chutkan in Washington.
The next step is for Judge Chutkan.
But it doesn't though. It barely does, because the second thing that they did yesterday allows the Supreme Court to basically pull any case. So say she says that what Donald Trump did was illegal. The Supreme Court now can escalate it back up to themselves because they gave themselves that power.
Chutkan to engage in what we call fact-finding. She will now apply.
Didn't he pardon so many rappers at the end last time? Yeah. Do you think I give a fuck? Those people would have never went to jail under my presidency. He did that. You fell for a puff piece, brother. You think because he said, I'm going to free ASAP, that like he deserves to be president again?
The Supreme Court's framework to the allegations to determine what is official versus unofficial conduct. If it is official conduct, is it absolutely immune? If it's not absolutely immune, is it presumptively immune? And if it's presumptively...
When did I say that part? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Nobody's saying that you said anything else. Nobody is saying that you said anything else. I am saying, first of all, I feel like, you know what, maybe I am jumping to conclusions. Maybe I am jumping to conclusions. You come off as right-wing coded.
Immune, could the government rebut the presumption?
Maybe you're not. Maybe you're not. Maybe I'm tripping.
That's all a hodgepodge of very difficult legal questions. I think it's inconceivable that there will be a
question: will you ban cigarettes? The exact opposite. We're banning vapes. You want to take some nicotine down? We're smoking cigarettes again because it's cool.
Criminal trial before the election.
You did not make it clear that you were a socialist. I'm going to. You know what? Fuck this. Take 30 minutes off. I'm tired of this. I'm not having a fucking socialist come in here and say he doesn't know about Palestine. Get the fuck out of here.
If Trump is elected to a second term, experts say he has several options to quash the case.
President Trump would be
If I was president officially, I would have timed you out in real life.
The head of the executive branch of the Justice Department, he could order the Justice Department just to stand down. He could say on day one, I have determined this was a witch hunt. President Trump could potentially try to issue a self-pardon, but that's more controversial, and even the Justice Department in the distant past has said that a president cannot pardon himself.
Yeah, that's the most absurd thing ever. Yeah, since remanded back to the trial court for the fact finding below, hopeful in this ruling won't be as bad as sounds since the trial determined what is and isn't official conduct. I mean, you know what it's going to be. You literally know what it's going to be. Official conduct will be, was he a Republican? Was unofficial conduct? Was he a Democrat? Like, that's literally it. That's literally it. That's what it's going to be. That's literally what it will be. There's nothing else that it can be. That's why they left that wording loose, is because they get to decide at the Supreme Court who it is, and they will decide that it's not them.